I'm Dan Salzer of Plymouth State Broadcasting, and I'm joined once again by Plymouth State men's and women's track and field head coach John Ostler. John, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
A very successful indoor season for both the men's and women's side. Just to read off a couple of things. The men's side, top three finishes overall. Dean Squires Jr. tying his weight throw school record. Warren Bartlett, Sam Burnett, both qualifying for NCAAs. First time in school history, I believe we've had two qualify for NCAAs in the mile and 3,000 respectively. Sam being an All-American as well for the second time this year. On the women's side, a pair of top four finishes, and both of them coming here at home, which is great to see. Two distance relay records, and Nora Robichaud setting a record in pole vault. Do you consider this a successful season as the program continues to develop?
Yeah, absolutely. Our measure of success is always, do we see some growth at every stage of our program? We had better performances from top to bottom. More of our developmental athletes, I think, got qualifying standards into LECs. I think we had better representation this year at the D3 championships on both the men's and women's side. And then, of course, as you mentioned, to send two people to NCAAs was a huge success. So each step of the way, by every measure of number of people at qualifying for championship meets, we exceeded where we were the first and second year of the program. So that's the biggest thing that I always look for. And as you alluded to, we had some standout individual performances. It's easy to kind of talk about Sam and Warren all the time, like they're exceptional. But Nora did great in the pole vault. I would add Derek Davies was the pole vault champion for the LEC and the Alliance this past year, which was really cool to see another person have an individual LEC qualifying performance. And our relays, I think our relays top to bottom were great, and that's always a point of pride for me as a coach, because that's not just one person. That's four people, sometimes 6 or 7 people over the course of a season contribute to those relays being successful towards the end. So really a great success from a team standpoint, and some really nice individual performances as well.
Besides the ones that you've just mentioned off, there's been an influx of youth over the last couple of years as this program gained some steam here on campus and around New England. Who has impressed you the most through the winter season and the first week outdoor that really stands out, and why?
Well, the first name that pops to my head is Terrell Lewis. That guy has just been, sensational. Really has not been taken any time to really kind of adjust to the college level. As a hurdler, his first couple of meets, he's had to adjust to 42-inch hurdle height as opposed to 39 in high school. And there's really not a difference between, his form and his speed over the hurdles at 42 inches than at 39 inches. And just starting the outdoor season, taking the hurdle championship at Tufts, and then also setting a school record. One of the school records, by the way, that was from the 70s in the high jump, was really terrific. And he's going to be pushed all along by Joey Bayless. And those two guys, they're both freshmen this year. They're terrific, and they're going to continue to kind of push each other for 4 years. That's going to be a dynamic duo for a long time. So the future's bright on the guys' side for sure.
Really, on the women's side also, besides Anna Perez and Nora Robichaud, who else has stood out to you over the last 4 months?
Yeah, I think Haley Dennis, who's a junior, is primed to really have a nice outdoor season. She's going to focus on the 5K. Riley Gillette, who's finishing off her senior season, is going to be a stalwart in the middle distance. She's got big goals for the 1500 and the 800. Those two will probably contribute to some relays, probably the 4x8. The women's 4x8 as a team was second overall at LECs last year. And so that's been a big goal, I know, for them to be able to kind of break through and win that one. Jess Conant, who is maybe the strongest runner on that relay, is really, really fit right now. She just set a PR in her first meet of the outdoor season, coming off playing basketball. And so I'm pretty excited to see where she goes, considering the fact that she's now in as good a shape as she ever was last year. That's a heck of a place to start from.
Lastly, it's a short spring season, regular season, only 4 regular season meets, and then it seems like forever with championships meets. What are your expectations both for the men's and women's side as we head into spring?
Yeah, well, hopefully it's forever with the championship meets. If we have a lot of them, that means we're doing something right. But really what we're looking for over the course of the regular season is each individual event just trying to strike while the iron is hot, so to speak. The emphasis for the first couple weeks is really on the distance runners because they get the nice kind of cool, 45 to 55 degree temperatures. And the sprinters are just kind of working on some of their technique and that sort of thing while they wait patiently for their good weather, to kind of warm up. So I'd like to see each event group just kind of take advantage of the days that they have, not think that, all right, they're going to wait until the end of the season, but just try and take advantage if they have a good weather day for their specific event.
Well, fans, be sure to check out the Panthers all season long on athletics.plymouth.edu and find out the live stats and results from all of their weekend meets. Coach, thank you for joining me. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thanks for having me. Anytime.